Most men over 60 wake up feeling tired. Their energy is fading. Their drive is slipping away. And intimacy, it feels like a memory from another life. They blame old age. They blame bad luck. Some even blame their partners. But what if I told you it's not age that's stealing your strength? Think about it for a second. When was the last time you woke up feeling excited to start your day? When was the last time you walked past a mirror, looked at yourself, and felt proud of the man staring back? So many men I meet tell me, "Doc, I just thought this is how life is after 60. But here's the truth. Your age isn't what's stealing your power." What if I told you that just 3 minutes each morning could reignite your energy, rebuild your testosterone, and bring back the confidence you thought was gone forever? Imagine waking up tomorrow. Your feet hit the floor. Your mind feels clear. Your body feels light, but strong. And as you look in the mirror, you see not just an old man, but the man who built a life, raised a family, and still has so much more to give. No pills, no shame, no complicated routines. Just 3 minutes to become the man you still are inside. That's what I'm sharing with you today. A simple routine backed by science that has helped hundreds of my patients regain what they thought was lost forever. Most men think aging is the enemy, but aging itself isn't the real problem. The true enemies are chronic inflammation, poor circulation, and declining testosterone. Let me ask you this. Have you ever felt your joints ache for no reason? Or notice your mind feeling foggy by lunchtime, like you just can't think straight? That's inflammation working against you. It's like having tiny wildfires burning inside your body every single day, slowly damaging your cells and tissues. Now think about circulation. Imagine the pipes in your house rusting from the inside. The water still flows, but slower, weaker, and full of residue. That's what poor circulation does to your blood flow. Your heart is pumping, but your muscles, brain, and manhood aren't getting the fresh oxygen and nutrients they need to thrive. And then there's testosterone. Think of testosterone like fuel in your truck. You might still have a truck, the engine, the wheels, but if there's no fuel, it won't move. Without enough free testosterone, your energy stays low, your motivation fades, and your confidence slowly dies out. Most men I see just accept this as getting old. They shrug and say, "Doc, I'm over 60 now. What did I expect?" But here's the truth. Age is just the number of years the world has enjoyed you. Your biology only ages if you neglect its needs. Because here's something no one ever told you. You can't stop the years from passing, but you can stop yourself from feeling old. I've had men in my clinic, like Bill from Texas, 68 years old, who thought retirement meant sitting on a recliner all day feeling tired. He told me, "Doc, I feel like my life is over before I even had the chance to enjoy it." But it wasn't his age stealing his life. It was inflammation, poor circulation, and low testosterone. I'm Dr. Daniel. I'm a men's health and geriatric specialist with over 30 years of experience helping men over 60 regain their silent power. But more than that, I'm a son. Growing up in California, I watched my father slowly fade after retirement. He was a proud man, strong hands, steady eyes, the kind of man who woke up before sunrise every day to provide for his family. I remember being a little boy, hearing his footsteps in the hallway before the sun came up. It made me feel safe, like everything in the world was okay. But then, after 65, I saw the spark in his eyes dim. He stopped waking up early. He started spending hours sitting by the window, just staring outside. His shoulders slumped. His clothes didn't matter to him anymore. And worst of all, he stopped reaching for my mother at night. He believed that aging meant giving up strength, giving up intimacy, giving up himself. Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at your own reflection and felt that same loss? That quiet voice whispering, "Maybe my best days are behind me." Watching my father fade like that, it broke something inside me, but it also built something powerful. It built a drive in me to understand why men lose their vitality. Why does a man who spent his whole life building, providing, protecting, suddenly feel invisible? That question led me through medical school, residency, and 3 decades of working with men just like you. Men who thought life after 60 was about waiting for the end. Men who believed weakness was their destiny. But here's what I discovered. Aging isn't decline. Aging is simply your body asking for what it truly needs to keep going strong. And today, I'm going to share with you the exact 3-minute morning protocol that has helped hundreds of my patients regain their strength, confidence, and silent power, starting tomorrow morning. Solution Part 1. Quick Win Protocol. You've seen the real cause of stealing your vitality: inflammation, poor circulation, and low testosterone. Now, let's fix it with a simple protocol. You can start tomorrow morning. Let's get into what you've been waiting for. The 3-minute morning protocol that has helped hundreds of my patients, over 60, feel stronger, more confident, and more alive each day. I call this routine the Silent Power Primer, because it primes your blood vessels, hormones, and nervous system to wake up fully. Not just your mind, but your manhood too. Now, before we dive in, I want you to know this isn't magic. It's simple science, built on what your body naturally needs to function at its best. Step 1. Hydration wake up. As soon as you wake up, drink 2 full glasses of water. Not coffee first, not juice, just water. Here's why. While you sleep, you lose water through breathing, sweating, and metabolic processes. By morning, your blood is thicker and your vessels are constricted. Imagine a garden hose with sludgy water inside. Nothing flows well. Drinking 2 glasses of water first thing dilutes your blood, improves circulation, and jumpstarts nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide is that magical molecule that relaxes blood vessels, letting more blood reach your brain, your heart, and yes, your penis. One of my patients, Bill, a retired firefighter from Kansas City, told me, "Doc, I thought water was just water. But after 2 weeks of starting my day with it, I felt less dizzy when standing up, and I even woke up hard a few mornings." My wife asked what I was doing differently. It's that simple. Hydration is the foundation of vitality. Step 2. Silent Power Stretch Routine. Next, spend 2 minutes doing gentle joint movements to unlock blood flow and awaken your nervous system. You don't need a yoga mat or gym gear. Just stand by your bed or in your kitchen. Here's the exact sequence. Shoulder rolls. 20 seconds, roll your shoulders forward and backward to open your chest and relieve tension. Neck rotations. 20 seconds, slowly turn your head left and right. Then look over each shoulder to stretch neck vessels feeding your brain. Hip circles. 20 seconds, hands on hips. Make circles clockwise and counterclockwise. This loosens your lower back and pelvis. Deep belly breathing. 1 minute, place a hand on your belly. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Feel your stomach expand. Then exhale through your mouth for 6 counts. Repeat slowly. Why does this matter? Because movement plus breath equals nitric oxide plus nervous system activation. Your blood starts flowing, your testosterone wakes up, and your brain gets fresh oxygen to think clearly and confidently. I remember Robert, 71, a retired postal worker from Phoenix. He told me, "Doc, I felt so stiff every morning, like I aged 20 years overnight. But after doing these stretches for a week, I started my day feeling awake. Even my morning walks felt easier." Step 3. The Warrior's Breakfast. Finally, fuel your body with what it truly craves. Forget the sugary cereal or toast that spikes your blood sugar and crashes your energy. Instead, build a warrior's breakfast with eggs, full of cholesterol needed for testosterone production; spinach, high in magnesium, freeing your testosterone to work; berries, rich in antioxidants to reduce inflammation and support blood vessels; pumpkin seeds or walnuts, packed with zinc to support testosterone and prostate health. Here's how it looks for one of my patients, Marcus, 66, a retired engineer from Ohio. "Doc, I used to skip breakfast or just have coffee and toast. After switching to eggs with spinach and berries on the side, I noticed I wasn't crashing mid-morning anymore. I even felt more confident approaching my wife for intimacy." So that's it. 2 glasses of water, 2 minutes of movement, and a powerful breakfast. All done within 3 to 10 minutes each morning. Simple, practical, and life-changing. In the next part, I'll explain why this works so effectively, the science behind circulation, testosterone, and nitric oxide, so you can understand exactly what's happening inside your body when you do this protocol. Solution Part 2: Deep Dive Science. Now, you might be wondering, why does this simple routine work so well? Let's break down the science behind it. First, hydration. When you wake up dehydrated, your blood is thick like syrup. This makes your heart work harder to pump it through your body. Imagine trying to suck a thick milkshake through a straw versus water, which flows easier. Water, of course. By drinking 2 full glasses first thing in the morning, you thin your blood, allowing it to reach your brain, your heart, and yes, your penis more easily. Better blood flow means better oxygen and nutrient delivery to every cell. Second, movement plus breath. When you do those joint stretches and deep belly breaths, you're not just loosening your muscles, you're activating endothelial cells lining your blood vessels. These cells produce nitric oxide, the molecule that tells your vessels to relax and widen. Think of nitric oxide like turning on a faucet fully. Blood flows freely, pressure drops, circulation improves everywhere. And here's the key for men over 60. Erectile function depends on nitric oxide. That's exactly how ED medications work. They enhance nitric oxide pathways. But your body can make it naturally through movement, breath, hydration, and certain foods. Third, the warrior's breakfast. Why eggs? Because cholesterol is a raw material for testosterone production. Without enough dietary cholesterol, your body struggles to make hormones. Why spinach? Spinach is rich in magnesium, which frees bound testosterone in your blood, making it usable. Without magnesium, your testosterone stays trapped, unable to fuel your muscles, brain, or libido. Why berries? Berries are full of antioxidants that reduce inflammation in blood vessels, allowing for smoother circulation. And pumpkin seeds? They're packed with zinc, essential for testosterone production and prostate health. Real patient example. One of my patients, Harold, 68, a retired mechanic from Dallas, told me, "Doc, I never realized my breakfast was killing my energy. I'd eat pancakes and syrup, then crash by 10 a.m. Since switching to eggs, spinach, and berries, I feel stable all day. My wife even noticed I've been more affectionate lately." Scientific proof. The beet juice factor. Here's a surprising fact. Beet juice has been shown to increase nitric oxide by up to 21% within hours. That's why adding half a cup of beet juice in the morning can supercharge your blood flow for workouts, daily tasks, and intimacy. A study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology showed older men drinking beet juice had improved blood flow to muscles and better exercise performance. Imagine what that does for your confidence. So, when you combine hydration, movement, breath, and nutrient-dense foods, you're not just checking off a morning routine. You're telling your body, wake up, flow freely, produce hormones, be strong today. But don't just take my word for it. Let me tell you about a man who put this into practice and completely transformed his life. His name is Robert. He's 70 years old, a retired high school history teacher from Wisconsin. When he first came to see me, it was a cold winter afternoon. He walked into my office wearing a neat flannel shirt tucked into his jeans. His hair was combed back carefully, but his shoulders were slumped. His eyes looked tired, almost empty. He sat down and said, "Doc, I'm not depressed. I just don't feel anything. I wake up tired. I sit by the window most mornings, just staring outside. I used to cook breakfast for myself, read the paper, go for walks. Now, I don't even feel like making coffee. It's like my fire is gone, but my body's still here." Have you ever felt that way? Like life is happening around you, but not through you? I asked him about his diet. Mostly toast with peanut butter. Sometimes cereal. Lots of coffee, but hardly any real food. He chuckled when I asked about vegetables. "Spinach? That's what Popeye eats, right, Doc?" I smiled back and said, "Exactly, Robert." And Popeye wasn't wrong. I explained to him how spinach is rich in magnesium, which frees up his testosterone, how it's packed with folate to keep his blood and nerves healthy, and how its plant nitrates help open up his blood vessels to improve circulation. I asked him to start small. Just 1 cup of sautéed spinach every day. Cook it with olive oil, garlic, and black pepper to absorb the nutrients better. I also suggested adding zinc-rich foods like pumpkin seeds or oysters to support his testosterone production and prostate health. 3 weeks later, Robert came back to see me, but this time he walked in standing taller. His eyes were clearer, his shoulders pulled back. He sat down and said, "Doc, I've been waking up before my alarm. I started making myself eggs and spinach every morning. I went for a walk every day last week just around the block, but it felt good." Then he paused, smiled softly, and looked out my window. When he turned back to me, there was a sparkle in his eyes. And I called Linda. You remember Linda, right? My high school sweetheart. We're having lunch next week. He took a deep breath and said something I'll never forget. "I feel alive again." Imagine that, feeling alive again, not just existing, but living. And that's what this is all about. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about testosterone or circulation or morning routines. It's about what they give you back. Thomas's story isn't just about him. It's about you. It's about every man who wakes up wondering where his strength is gone. Every man who feels like life has passed him by. Every man who looks in the mirror and sees only a shadow of who he used to be. But here's the truth, my friend. Your strength never left you. It's been silent, waiting, watching. It's like a flame covered by ashes. It still burns underneath. All it needs is the right breath of air to ignite again. Most men think aging is a slow decline into weakness. But aging, when done right, is actually a rise into quiet power. When you were young, your power was loud. Your muscles showed it. Your confidence shouted it. Your sexuality proved it. But with time, true power becomes silent. It's the steady hand on your grandson's back as he learns to walk. It's the calm confidence when others panic. It's the quiet pride you feel when your wife looks at you with love and safety in her eyes. Silent power isn't about showing off. It isn't about lifting the heaviest weight or running the fastest mile. It's about knowing you are strong enough to carry your purpose to the very end, to protect, to build, to guide, to love. I've spent over 30 years working with men over 60, and if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Your body is not your enemy. It's your vessel. It carries your mind, your heart, your wisdom. When you treat it with care, when you fuel it with what it truly craves, it rewards you with silent power. That is the power of a man who knows who he is. That is the power of a man who refuses to fade away quietly. So today, as you stand at this point in your life, ask yourself, will you accept decline as your destiny? Or will you rise into the silent power that has been waiting within you all along? In the next part, I'll give you a simple summary and clear action plan to start rebuilding your vitality, your testosterone, and your confidence, starting tomorrow morning. Because silent power isn't something you're given. It's something you build, one thoughtful day at a time. All right, gentlemen, let's make this simple. Here is your action plan to start rebuilding your silent power tomorrow morning. First, hydrate as soon as you wake up. Drink 2 full glasses of water. This thins your blood, improves circulation, and kickstarts your energy system for the day. Second, spend 2 to 3 minutes on your silent power stretch. Roll your shoulders back. Circle your neck gently to release tension. Rotate your hips to loosen your lower back. Then finish with 1 minute of deep belly breathing. In through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 7, out through your mouth for 8. This routine produces nitric oxide, opens your blood vessels, and wakes up your nervous system. Third, eat your warrior's breakfast. Have eggs for testosterone production. Add spinach for magnesium to free that testosterone. Include berries for antioxidant blood flow support. And sprinkle some pumpkin seeds for zinc to protect your prostate and boost testosterone even further. Finally, take a brisk morning walk if you can. Even just 10 minutes around your neighborhood. Get that blood flowing. Let your body know you're still alive and you're still needed. These steps are simple. They cost almost nothing, but they can change everything about how you feel each day. Imagine yourself 3 months from now, waking up with clarity, feeling steady strength in your legs, looking in the mirror with quiet pride, holding her hand with confidence, knowing your manhood still lives within you. Your silent power is waiting. All it asks is that you care for it, one thoughtful morning at a time. If this video gave you hope, if it gave you a plan you can begin tomorrow morning, like this video so YouTube knows it helped you. Subscribe for weekly strategies to build your silent power after 60. Share it with a man over 60 who deserves to feel alive again. Comment below. What part of your vitality are you reclaiming today? Let's build this brotherhood of silent power together. One thoughtful day at a time. Stay strong. Live thoughtfully. I'm Dr. Daniel, your guide to silent power after 60.